Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Reckless Reviews with your boy M3, Stan Lee, and a sophisticated Jerry.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up, man? How's everybody doing? Oh,
SJ, you're muted.
Oh, my bad. I was just saying, how's everybody doing, man? Y'all been out here up in these streets on this weekend? Y'all been laying low?
It's too cold.
Oh, okay,
man,
okay.
like, shoot, you see what I have on, man? I got the little winter like jacket going on, man. Like it's freezing outside.
And I got a
Okay,
heat pad. That's why my face is not on here because I'm laying down. So
you laying down on your stomach watching Clueless, giggling and stuff?
hey, there's nothing wrong with Clueless the movie. That's my movie. Rolling with the homies.
Hey, put some respect on my coolest. You know what I mean? So I feel you.
So Stan, if I'm not mistaken, man, you said around these months, this is the weather gets cold. This is cuffing season. So y'all out here cuffing them up, y'all.
You know, there's a new term out there. It's called sledgehammering.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I would say more of like in a light term, right? Like cuddling. You
No.
know what I mean?
No, this is it's actually cruel. People are only dating for the holidays. And they're
So this is the months to avoid, huh?
Yeah. They don't want to be alone. What's up,
So you got to
Lola?
get with a chick around like March.
Deadline is always deadline is what's that thing in September? Labor Day.
Okay.
You got to do the applications in summertime.
Yeah, I feel you. Now that you
Right,
said
right.
that, yeah, I was like, man, November, December, that's a lot of holidays around that. Then February, you got Valentine's Day. So yeah, that's why I was saying March.
March just know you got to break up. You gotta have your first fight on St. Patrick's Day,
When is St. Patrick's Day?
March 17th.
Okay.
And then if you make up, then you go to church together for Easter. But then you gotta find another way to break up with her because around May she's expecting some kind of flowers. She's not even mother your children. It's not all that serious, but somehow single women takes Mother's Day. It makes no sense. So you gotta break up with them before May.
What's good, Wally, Lola? Hey, shout out to Rush, man. That was a good live that y'all did over there. Yeah, y'all was over
thank
there
you.
fucking the Bible up.
Oh, what can I say?
Shout out to Freezy. Freezy, like, look, man, let me hold them down real quick. Yeah, y'all was over there butchering that.
Yeah, I saw you and Wally up there though. So salutes like to you guys, man. So matter of fact, hey, look, let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat real quick before we get started. And yes, we're gonna be playing the videos because I know we be talking. Look, salutes to Frosty, Lola, okay, Mr. Intellectual Soapbox, that's known as Mr. Best in the World, okay, Wally World Media, and everyone else that's just like, like watching us like beyond the shadows, okay? So thank you everybody for tuning in. All right, so now we're going to be talking about Jonathan Majors, okay? So Jonathan Majors' lawsuit has been dropped by his ex-girlfriend. Oops, I pressed something and I think I messed something up. What did I just do? Okay. So Jonathan Majors has been dropped by his the case has been dropped by his ex-girlfriend. Let me fix this screen real quick. Okay, there we go. And although that still doesn't mean it's like his life is not ruined, okay? But we're gonna tap in, right? We're gonna be reacting to mediocre tutorials. So we're gonna be like looking at bits and pieces or whatever, and then we're gonna go check out O.J. Do Jackson's joint as well too. So as
So
always,
you said real quick before we jump in the video. So the one chick that was like a Olympic runner chasing him around the block, she pretty much dropped all the charges and stuff.
yeah, she dropped all the charges, man.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
It's crazy. How can she place charges in the first place? That was wild.
And then she was like, "Hey, I'm done like fucking up his life now, and I'm ready to move on." And that's it. No consequences on her behalf.
Yeah,
That's pathetic.
okay.
Exactly. Sad case, but hey, it is what it is, man. You gotta watch, man. Look, as Mr. Best would say, watch who you lay with and watch who you stay with. So, yeah, that woman was no Coretta. Okay, so Mark both of them sit the hell down. But,
She wasn't even Mary Poppins.
Right. So shout outs to Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. Definitely gonna be checking this out. Let's see what he has to say, and then we're gonna also be chiming in on our part. Without further ado, fair use.
In a shocking, or perhaps unshocking, depending upon who you ask, turn of events, Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend drops assault and defamation lawsuit. Now, on this channel, I covered the trial and the alleged allegations extensively about 10 or so months ago. We're going to get into it, especially with my thoughts here in a second, but let's go through the news article so we can all be on one accord. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend dismissed a federal lawsuit against him on Thursday, in which she had accused the actor of assault as well as defamation. The Marvel and Creed 3 star was convicted in December of 2023 for 2 misdemeanor accounts for assaulting the woman, Grace Jabbari, in the backseat of an SUV. He was sentenced earlier this year to attend domestic violence counseling. Now, if you guys remember, the alleged assault happened back in March of 2023. Within media, we heard the allegations, we saw that he was arrested, and then slowly but surely, information started to trickle out, debunking or disproving the allegations against him. Now, within all of the evidence, one of the things that did come out was the actual video of the assault taking place.
Here goes the surveillance footage made public by the judge. Now, mind you, if there's any violence within this, due to content guidelines, I will be unable to show it. I'll block it out. But I have a link to this down in the description box down below, just in case I cannot play some of this video. Okay. So the Uber Black pulls up to the stoplight. Okay, he picked her up and put her in the back seat. And it looks like he's continuing to try to place her in the back seat. Now, she hops out the car. They're walking across the street together.
Oh.
And he takes off.
And he's
okay.
off.
Looks like this is a zoom in of him placing her in the car.
You guys can see my mouse, can you?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now he's running away from her.
That boy running like he Pac-Man.
Hey, John got on capris. There's
Right.
no way she's going to catch him, but she's still running after him.
Damn. Well,
And he in good shape, so that chick is fast, dog. Wow.
Yeah. Woo.
Whoa, look both ways, mama. Crazy as hell. She's probably gonna lose him after this. She hit that corner quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, look at him.
So he runs by the place where she ends up having a conversation with those people that she found later. Now she stopped running. Her ears ain't as large as a Creed 3 trainer.
Yeah, that's right. He ran away. And I have always maintained that it is not normal. It is atypical. It is damn near blasphemous for that the person to be accused of assault by the accuser is the person that is actually running away from the predicament. Now, I ask you, if you switched races and genders, and if it was a black man running down a white woman in the middle of the street, how quickly that...
All right.
So I just want to give men a couple of pointers here. When you start dating, and you know, when everybody's like, hey, I need to move with attention and, you know, take a girl on a coffee date, take her ass to the track and make sure she can't outrun you. That's what you need to do on a first date. Because this girl was in shape. So yeah, nah, she was pursuing him like the Terminator and stuff. So, but he had a good point. He was like, man, typically, yeah, somebody ain't running after you like that and stuff. So she was definitely on some different type of time. So yeah, that is crazy just watching that play out. Cause yeah, my man was running like fast as hell in them capris and stuff, you know, trying to escape for his life. So
hey, but she was catching up to him for real though. And it kind of made me think that, like, imagine that was like, you know, like any of the people like, you know, in the chat that's like out of shape, I'm assuming, right? and you have a crazy girl like that could just run like a track star, hey, you guys will be fucked. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, salute to everybody in the chat for tuning in. But
yeah, because I asked like a few women. I was like, hey man, would you ever run down on a guy like? They was like, hell nah. You know, so yeah, it's definitely an odd situation when you look at it. Like, yeah, because he was hauling. You know, wasn't like he was doing a little slight jog to like play around and get away. He was hightailing it.
Yeah, she was like clearly the Terminator.
Yeah, and was she in heels and stuff too?
I think
she was in heels.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's she got the speed of a mongoose.
Like, man, if she didn't have like the high heel shoes on, she just took it off and just ran barefooted. I don't know, man. She probably would have been neck to neck with him.
No, but you know the sad thing is, I want to know the dude that's gonna mess with her after seeing that.
No, well, there's always gonna be like a loser. Or maybe a so-called simp or whatever, however you guys want to call it. There's still going to be somebody that's going to take her under their wing. Under her.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, we can get back to the video.
Mm-hmm. Mark says, and look what it cost him, shaking my head. Cost him a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe among probably a few other roles during this time of controversy. Yeah,
there was a couple of movies he was supposed to do, and it all got scrapped. Yeah, like he doesn't have anything. He has to start from the bottom. Like he's doing something that's an independent film. Like he's starting from the bottom again.
Oh, he ain't starting from the bottom. He got with Megan Good. He's like, look, I'm gonna cut the learning curve a little bit. Shit, I ain't about to.
He's gonna be in Tyler Perry production. Then he's gonna be bringing the money. Once he say, "I do,"
he's like, "Look, shit, I ain't dumb. I might, you know."
Like, I'm gonna find me another Coretta. You know what I mean?
You're making good is better than Coretta in the sense of in Hollywood, she's gonna get him the money because she's also a producer. Yeah, she's a producer.
What's she producing?
That divorce movie with Tyler Perry.
Oh, she produced that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shit.
They got Corey all that money.
Oh, cool. Yeah, put Corey back on top, huh?
Yep, and she'll put him on top. So that and have 2 kids, they'll be good. He'll be good. He'll be Martin Luther King the way that he wanted to be.
Let me ask you this though, right? This should be like an example of why, like, you gotta be careful who you're being in a relation with. Because see, my question is, did that white woman had anything going on for herself before she met with Majors?
When I looked her up, it said like she was an actress. It's stuff, but not nothing major. Honestly, from the vibes, it looked kind of a broke chick. So, you know, when it goes to what you say in M3, leave broke chicks alone. You know, if you, especially on your...
No, that's you you're saying, sir. That's you. Don't put that on M3. That's you.
I mean, look, I like to still take credit for people, but nah, like, you know, that's definitely all dirty.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's just like, man, man, I'm telling you, if you want to, like, nothing's 100%, but man, if you want to cover yourself, it's like, because he was on that,
yeah, he's that
trajectory, you know, to be killing the game because he had him and everything, and then, you know, when you align with somebody ain't got nothing to lose, man, that's what, you know, it kind of happens. So it's like sometimes you got somebody that got their own stuff going on. You know, like I said, they ain't gonna be running down on you. They'll be like, hey, I don't like what he did, but I might just leave, but I ain't gonna sabotage and have us out here looking foolish. So, you know, that's why, you know, sometimes it's important to get somebody that understands like imagery, how to carry yourself in public. And yeah, broke chick, she ran after him like, I ain't letting my livelihood go.
I think what they did, like how they met, it was on set. Like she was working on set, not as an actress though. She was staff.
Oh shit, she was a person getting like mail and drinks and shit.
Probably
beverages.
Okay, so he just kind of like try to upgrade her a little bit. That horribly went wrong.
I hate to say this, but it's well known if you want for certain women, if you want to get your first millions, it is to date a black guy. And I say first million because then after that you can move up the ranks. But
So you said she looking at him like the come up plan, like, hey.
yeah, not the retirement plan, but the come up plan.
So you said once they secure the bag, it's like, okay, I could go out here and I can date on passion now that I locked in the money and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More so like, yeah, you date the black man or whatever to get your star package up, and then you end up marrying the white man at the end of it. But he has to be old and, wealthy. Not rich, but wealthy. Wealthy is a whole different level than just being rich.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's sadly for us as brothers, not going to say this as a collective, because we'll probably tackle this in the year 2025 and beyond. We do crave love. No matter what no matter what's being played, masculine frame, blah, 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 red pill, blue pill, all the other stuff. At the end of the day, we just want to be loved, and we're going to take any love that comes our way because we're starving.
You said who?
You said
we're starving. Black men, we're starving.
Yeah, is this like you said a segment or all?
Well, you know what I mean? Not us, but the collective.
Okay,
the majority, right? But not us, but like they're starving for love.
I agree. Yeah, I think there's a large portion of guys that think like that. I do think like all men want some type of companionship.
Now, black men want to be loved. They want a Scooby snack. They want.
Okay.
we don't have the abundancy mindset. We're taking stuff. We're getting like single moms. We telling other people don't date single moms so we could date all the single moms.
Shout out to Foolie.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're making single moms. Also, shout out to Cooley as well.
So you pretty much say we like standards, huh? Is that what we?
Like you said, sir, we date anything. So, and and I agree with you because here in California, you'll see somebody who's 6'6", 300 pounds of muscle, and then you see his wife or girlfriend, and it's like, oh, okay, and you just got to keep it moving.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, right? Okay, it may seem like we'll date anything.
We do.
But I think black men, right, we see the artistic side. We see the creation of God for most women.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, because you guys like adapt too much of like, white European like standards, right, of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
But we see beauty from the inner, from the outer, in all shapes and forms and sizes.
Yep.
Look,
also, translation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Translation, we need to be loved. We need it. That's why we'll accept a family of 6, adopt all the boys, white boys at that, and then she's gonna give us 2 more babies. That's a total family of 8, and then when you go in for a kiss, she's disgusted and ready to divorce you and take everything. Yeah, we just need to be loved, and that's it. And it's at the end of the day, black men are not loved, and that's why black men don't have standards.
But honestly, man, I think it's most guys nowadays, honestly. I don't even think it's like, yeah, I gotta think that out a bit.
But even men from other races would know, like, yeah, you black, you'll take that anyway. It's even with, we're like the catfish of the lakes. We're the bottom feeders.
But I mean, if you look at the like numbers, like I think does black men have the lowest marriage rate? And I damn sure know we're not the highest paying like alimony and that type of stuff.
We still want, that's marriage for us is security, right? I don't think we see marriage as companionship. It's like for sure somebody who loves me for my doodle stains and all. And so I'm gonna like, okay, I finally got somebody. But I'm look after years of being on here, I can just look at it like, yo, there's a thing we have to be honest. We want to be loved, and that's why we are where we're at. Not saying that good and bad. Either way, we are where we at. Because at the end of the day, we're not loved growing up. We're not loved in the community. We're not loved at home. We're not loved with our families. We're not loved at work and school. And then you meet somebody and then you're going to accept it because guess what? You never had it.
So could it be like a lot of people just lack options? And so maybe, people got to accept, whatever's in front of them somewhat.
Scarcity mindset, yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you. There's a scarcity mindset. And also to be liked and to be acknowledged and to be desired is another thing too, right? Because we never look at what goes on for Black men at all. We really don't look at that.
But honestly, I don't think it's the fact that we're not loved, man. I get what you're saying a little bit. Because I just think, man, a lot of guys just have a duress mindset, man, honestly. And they just latch on to the first person that shows them some attention.
You know who does that, right? For women who are not loved, right? Same thing can be said for the men and for Black men.
But I'm saying because I live in like very diverse areas, and it's all men. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's just
yeah, but especially for Black men, because we are Black men on this panel. For Black men especially, I know I've been on the panels before when and this is not against Black women. When Black women were talking about like Black men and interracial dating, I have to explain to them when you date interracially, a lot of times for that woman and it's a whole family, it's a whole package you're getting, and also you're inclusive. And what you see that it's like you going on family vacations, you go on family trips, they're invested in your life, you and your girlfriend is conquering the world. It's very different. And not saying it's not done in the African American community or the Black community, but it is more so in other communities. And then that man gets engulfed, and then you have kids. The grandparents on that side is very open to babysitting, and then you go on vacations and trips. And we don't invest in each other. We don't think about family. This is stuff that is bigger than us right now. But when I'm looking at Jonathan,
I think about family, Stan. I think about my Latino family in the future.
I see. And there you go. So the Latinos are taking care of him. 3, they cooking him breakfast, lunch, and dinner, massaging his feet, combing out his hair. I mean, like doing the whole, getting him medication from the cactus juice.
So they got him some peyote and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Got the dream weavers up there to knock out the nightmares.
No.
and sending him Catholic guardian angels. So like but it's something about being loved as Black men. We're not talking about it and we're not being open because either we're ashamed and we're gonna see this as weakness. It's something about it that we gotta conquer this year 2025, because we can have all these panels about like don't date single moms, or don't date this girl and don't date that girl, but then people are going for it, and I have to go, why? It's because you're part of a team, you're part of a family, because you didn't have a family. So yes, I will go ahead and date a woman with 10 children, because guess what? They have a structure that I didn't have growing up. And we don't ask those questions when we dating, or it's across the board. People are lonely and people want to be part of something.
Okay, let me do this, right? Let's save this conversation for Toxic Tuesday, because if I could find this old video, it illustrates why Black men, well, specifically, right? If we're going to talk about Black men, right? Why Black men will prefer to, or why are they successful dating outside the race as opposed to keeping stuff in-house? And there's a video that actually explains things pretty well. But I want to
keep in mind, it does interact with Jonathan Major, because keep in mind, like with him, everybody said he looked ugly. Oh, like, he looks African. And I was like, yo, like, what's this stuff you guys got against Jonathan Majors, right? And then all of a sudden when he got into Creed and met like Bigger Money, it's like, y'all thought he was cute. And I'm just like, yo, you was bagging this man for years.
Wait, Stan, I don't want to spoil everything, right? But
Mhm.
I'll tell you, it's going to be good when we save the talks for Toxic Tuesday. We're going to break all that
But
stuff
look
down.
at him with this white woman. Like, why would he mess with this white woman that doesn't have enough to lose at all than him? And we have to ask that stuff as men. Why do you pick people? And I'm going to say this across the board people, just like black men, because a lot of times we hear black women too much. But I'm going to put this on black men. Us as black men. Why do we date people who don't have anything to lose? Why do we put them in our circles and be intimate with them where they know our business and they're not working on anything themselves? And why do we allow them to be dependents in our lives? Because they depend on our livelihood. Because that run she was running is like, hey, it's the first of the month tomorrow. You're gonna be paying this rent. So.
But see, that's hold on real quick. That's why I was saying it's not. You know, I know a lot of times people look at it from their own perspective. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's men. Because if you look at the greatest transfer of wealth, it's, you know, like even the females that's on the billionaire list, a lot of it's coming from their men and stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's not. It's what men kind of pitch in, like a lot of these spaces and just in life. It's like, oh, well, the provider male. If you're masculine, you pay for everything. You know, guys like, oh, I'll date you should get the chick that, you know, work at McDonald's and stuff. And then, you know, they'd be like, well, every female that got a career or makes money is masculine. So it's just like when a lot of guys are just sheep. So they're listening to this message. They're like, oh my God, they got this fear because they lack confidence. So, you know, that's why when I'm always giving pushback, I'm like, man, leave these broke chicks alone. And then, you know, like even your boy AMS, he had a video where it's like, you know, the 50-50 don't exist and men should just accept that you got to be the provider. And that's the issue. It's just,
goal, right? Yeah, I agree with you, but that's the push, right? Because in order for me to get love, I have to be the provider. In order for me to get loyalty, I have to pay all the bills.
But see, that's not the case, because there's a lot of guys that, you know, have females that work with them, man, and
yes, you're right. No.
So it's a lot of times it's what guys want. They want a chick that's like kind of out of their lane and they pedestalize, and once they do that, that chick really don't like them, so they're charging them. They're like, hey man, you want to kick it with me? My time costs. You know, you need to do this for me. So until men like actually align with females that like them, that's what they get. So maybe you kind of on to something, but I think it's more or less, I think it's a confidence thing. I'm seeing more.
Yeah, I agree with you on the confidence, because it would.
But I'm gonna cook that video up later. I'm telling y'all, AMS, he's got to get that work.
Yeah, because if you have a scarcity mindset, you will be okay with like telling somebody no, knowing that there's more women out here that's going to say yes. But we don't see that. We're not seeing that. And that's the part that's really like men haven't developed that thing yet. But
real quick. Go ahead. Sorry, Stan.
I really do believe that at the core of it, like, Black men want to be loved. Black men want to be in a loving family. They want to be in a loving relationship. And that's what they really want. And they're going to try to do anything to get it and to be accepted.
Stan, they want to be loved by a supermodel. That's the issue.
Right.
No, because I'm going to give you a good example. Like at my job, there's this one sister, very smart. She was kind of like, I would say nerdy looking. And I told guys, I was like, hey, man, that's the girl right there. Y'all should be chasing. Was quiet, you know, very pleasant to be around, very good manners and stuff. They were like, nah, they wanted the one chick that like everybody was like, damn, they were trying to talk to the same person in the office and stuff. The one that had like more curves and stuff. So, man, that's why I'm telling you, that's the biggest issue, man.
Was she Latina, sophisticated girl?
No, both of them were sisters, man. And, you know, like, you know, both had education and stuff, but the one that like had more curves, the other one was just like, you know, slender, looked like kind of like a athlete type build. So, you know, didn't have the wagon on her. So, but everybody was neglecting her and, you know, single, man, good job. Like, they was like, nah, we want Shorty over there. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of
quick advice to anybody, any women with short, like we got no cakes, right? Right. Look, nobody said no to no little Debbie's, and those are small cakes. So small cakes do matter. Number one. Number two, if you got a flat butt, just walk in some heels. It'll lift it up.
nah, but it wasn't even, you know, it's just like she didn't have the wagon, but it wasn't like flat like that. But yeah, everybody was like, nah, they was like,
They'll still hit it. They'll say no. They'll say no in public. They'll say yes in private. And that's what we see a lot of times in these panels on Kendra G, when a woman that we don't think is a 10, but she's expecting to date another basketball player, she had access. So it's because she has access, she wants more of it. So that's what part I'm looking at it like. We're our penis is going everywhere, but to the right places. But not us on the panel, but like us as a collective. Because there's expectation that as a black man, I should just accept any woman that comes my way and that pays me attention. And I'm like,
nah, I agree with you. You definitely gotta have some good standards, but it's also gotta be like, you know, there's a range for cute. You know, I'll say from like 6 to 10. So it's just like you ain't gotta focus on the bar spectrum. It's like, hey, say there's a 6, cute, you know, guy willing to work with you. Man, hey, forget the other ones and go with that one. So that's why I think men got to get a little better at. Like you said, I'm not saying you got to grab the chick up that got like all the baggage. Hell nah. But you know, get the one that's like cute. Yeah.
Let me get Mr. Best's intake real quick.
Mr. Best, what's up?
What's going on, family? I
good,
I don't have a lot of time because I got my brother here, but I'm just gonna say this: Sophisticated Jerk is definitely right. I always tell people, find somebody that fits your lifestyle. Find somebody that fits you. And a lot of times people live in delusion. They think that they're more than what they are. You know what I mean? I'm an average guy. I'm not bad looking. I mean, nobody really knows that, but I'm an average guy. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm average, and that's fine. And that doesn't mean I'm not blessed with certain gifts and things, you know, that God has given me. You know what I mean? And certain talents that God has given me. But in that, I still know that I am, you know, I'm no celebrity or no athlete, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Which is cool. They have their own talents and their own things. With that being said, people have to figure out and align themselves with people who are aligned with them. The Bible talks about finding somebody that you're equally yoked with. So you want to find somebody that you're aligned with, that you're equally yoked with, that is aligned with you. You know what I mean? If you're a person that likes to shop and you want to travel, you know what I mean? Don't be with somebody who really is a homebody, because they're going to cramp your style. They're going to basically, you know, not be in alignment with you. And now the things that you love to do, you know what I'm saying, is going to be a burden to them, because they want to be home. They don't want to go outside at all, right? They want to be in the house, and they're going to be in the house because that's what they love to do. So, you know what I mean? Got sidetracked. One of my family members sending me a message of encouragement. Love you too, family. But yeah, and that's what was most important. You know what I mean? If I'm a person that loves to do certain things that is impactful to my lifestyle, I have to find someone who is aligned with that. If I do not, then guess what? The relationship is going to be bad. Doesn't matter how good they look. Doesn't matter what happens in the bedroom. Doesn't matter how good they cook or whatever else. We're always going to have friction because we are not aligned. You know what I'm saying? And that is really the core issue. Salute to Smitty's Corner. Good to see you, bro. You know what I mean? So that is really the essence of relationships. You know what I mean? And that's why relationships sometimes don't work, because people, you know what I mean, just are not aligned with each other, man. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we factor in things that don't matter, you know what I mean, or not gonna really matter in the grand scheme of things. If you put too much importance on money, if you put too much importance on the way somebody looks, you know what I mean, or you know, or things of that nature, if you put too much importance on it, I'm not saying they're not important, but you can't overly make it important. You know what I mean? What core values does that person have? And in those core values, does it fit you? If it does not, then yes, move on. You know what I mean? But if it does, you know, definitely stay with them, be with them, and make it work. And I'm glad that the brother, I was about to say Michael B. Jordan, but it ain't Michael B. Jordan. I'm glad the brother Jonathan Majors. Sometimes I get them confused, right? They are kind of hand in hand, right? They've been in the same kind of movies together, whatever.
Yeah, not fact.
Right? They kind of look alike a little bit. But salute to the brother Jonathan Majors. heavily scrutinized for no reason. And I'm glad that he is, you know, free from all of these allegations and things that are just not true, man. And hopefully Marvel does the right thing, put him back in his role, all right, and allow this man to be great, because he's a really talented actor, man.
Yeah,
Really talented.
Can I add one thing though about Marvel?
what's that?
Fuck Marvel. Okay.
Hey,
We need Tyler Perry to
hey.
come through, right? No, we need more black people, right, to actually step in, right, and actually help another black person out. Just like how Tyler Perry stepped in, got Megan Good, got Corey Hart up in the scene. Yeah, you know, I'm for sure. This is my speculation. Tyler Perry's going to make another band. He's going to bring Jonathan Majors in the scene, right? Especially that's Mr. Best saying that. Especially him like working with Megan Good closely, and they're really tight like that. All they're really doing was just waiting to make sure that look, things were just like it was dropped and he was like exonerated. And now since that trash or whatever of a broke chick that he was dealing with dropped the charges, people can't really like disrespect. Yes, I can still disrespect where I want to stand, right? You know? Like we gotta stop turning to like all these like goddamn white companies. I said it. We need to stop turning to all these white companies to be like their savior and their Jesus, right, for our careers. If we actually have put something among ourselves, create our own Black Hollywoods or whatever, and actually got with our own people, we wouldn't be worried about Marvel and all these other movies and stuff. So I'm just glad that the guy is actually free, but he's not free yet. He still got to go through his trials and tribulations a little bit more.
And then get married to Megan Good.
Yeah.
That's the
All
next
right, Bess, I know you got to go, fam. Yeah.
All right, Bess.
Yeah, so definitely, man, like, you know, hopefully someone else besides Marvel could pick him up, you know? Hell, if that's the case, if you still need to go to the white man to help you out, go to DC.
No.
Yes, because DC and Marvel rival each other, so I'm just saying.
No, DC stands for Discharge Comics. That's all they do.
hey, either way, right? I just want the man, right, to be successful in his own right. But hey,
yeah, go back to Kang. He needs to be Kang again, Kang the Conqueror.
I don't think Marvel done at this point.
Yeah.
Marvel Perry, then you need to do a superhero movie, Tyler Perry. Black superhero movie.
Right. Man,
look,
just YouTube. Man, look, find another dude that was like the director for like, you know, Michael B. Jordan's films and do some collaborations with him. He'll hook you up or whatever. Yeah. So let me continue with this video because this one gets a little bit.
A broken finger. Well, this is security cam footage of her 3 hours after she claimed the incident took place. That's her right there. And that's her right hand being used effectively to go up the steps. And now there's even further evidence proving his innocence. That's her.
No way.
If you turned up the volume, you would hear her say that she is the girlfriend of Jonathan Majors. The guy over here in the Texas Longhorn cap says, no way. Now, mind you, what she reported to police is that by this time of the night, her finger was already broken. So watch her use her right hand. Also, that her ear was already lacerated. Okay, pay attention to all of this. Let's go.
You want to call him? It makes me feel better. I don't know why you do. Why you the guy that likes you?
Does that look like a broken hand? you're using your hand to tie your hair back, and it doesn't look like there's anything.
I thought it was a broken finger,
now,
though.
Now, mind you, she's crying. She seems distraught. It looks like her mannerisms to me look like she's been drinking, but it's come out later that she doesn't know these three people. She just met them that night. So they see a crying damsel in distress, and they're trying to help her out. The girl is apparently trying to get her on her way. The guys are kind of just standing back and paying attention. But I also forgot to mention that her ear is not bleeding like she claimed that it was. If you broke your hand, you would not be holding your phone.
For $30 if I'm ever homeless in like 5 years.
Okay, so she's tying her hair back up with both fingers.
That hand seems very active. Also take note that through her description of what's going on between her and Jonathan Majors, she never makes any reference to any violence.
We'll get her a doll. We'll get her a doll.
We got it. I have work here too. Should I keep it? No, I'm not going to put. You guys can for it. No, I'm sorry. I know what to do. No.
All right, now Majors is entering the picture. Watch now.
Yo.
He looks at her and doesn't speak. Wait, we're gonna get into this white knight sip right here, but let's watch that again. Let's watch the body language. Watch this. So he's walking by.
Yo.
She's holding hands with this woman. You hear the guy say, yo. He's looking at her like, you piece of shit. And then she walks over to him. And he moves his hand in a way to say that he is scared about her being violent on him. Let's keep it going.
That Negro shook.
Bro.
Look.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I don't sign autographs.
Dun, 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 dun. White Knights sip here to save the goddamn day. You lucky you didn't put pause on him. This brother just got off of Creed 3 training. So yeah, this lovely Amber Heard-esque woman accused Jonathan of breaking her finger, but here she is just utilizing her hand. Good morning, America.
Do you feel you're not responsible for her injuries at all?
I shouldn't have been in the car. I shouldn't have stepped out of the relationship. I shouldn't have been in the relationship. If I'm not in the car, none of this is happening. If I leave the relationship, none of this is happening. If I'm man enough or brave enough to say, I want to see somebody else, or I'm done now, I'm not in that car. We're not here. I'm responsible for those things.
But none of her injuries.
I can't say that. None of her injuries.
So those statements made her so upset that her and her attorney filed the federal lawsuit of defamation, and this was the update, okay? In the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, Grace Jabbari, plaintiff versus Jonathan Majors, defendant, stipulation of dismissal with prejudice. It is hereby stipulated and agreed by and between plaintiff Grace Jabbari and defendant Jonathan Majors through their undersigned attorneys that all claims against the defendant in the above captioned action are hereby dismissed with prejudice pursuant, and each party will bear its own cost and attorney fees. One of Jabbari's attorneys, by the name of Brad Edwards, follows up saying on Friday that this is how every case ends after it is resolved. Another of her lawyers, Brittany Henderson, said that the case had been settled favorably. Grace had exhibited tremendous courage throughout. Give me a break. Tremendous courage throughout this very long and difficult process, Henderson said, as a result of her commitment to justice. What? The lawsuit that she filed against Jonathan Majors had been favorably settled. So this means to me, instead of following through with the entire defamation case, he put some cash together, sent it over to her, and she said, all right, now you've done enough to seek penance for being a bad boyfriend. It is so hilarious here. After all of the video evidence that they continue to posture her as the completely innocent one in this case. Oh, the courage. We hope that she can finally put this chapter behind her and move forward with her head held high. I think cases like this should ring true in the eyes and ears of all young men today. Whether or not you're watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation, you're beginning to understand the damage that movements such as #BelieveAllWomen have pushed upon this society, but then you're seeing men's lives get ruined due to simple allegations, irrespective of the video evidence that has surfaced in regards to the situation in question, the hours of security footage.
Okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
Right.
and just like I get, and this is why sometimes, man, we got to be careful when we review stuff, because I get the sentiment, like definitely, you know, you don't want to be in a position like this, but it starts with you, man, and that's why, man, you do have to make sure like a female actually likes you. She ain't coming for the wrong reasons, man. She ain't there for the money, the status, and that's why I always gave like a, you know, red pill and that type of stuff pushback. Because, you know, like me and Manic, we was like trying to tell dudes like, hey, man, like y'all almost are putting yourself in like a thirsty, desperate state. Because, you know, they'd be like, hey, man, don't talk to nobody. Just focus on getting your money. And it's just like, nah, if you're broke, you could go out and, you know, you're building up. You need to go out there and talk to people. That don't mean you got to smash everything. But it's just like, man, you need to have them interactions. So, you know, once you finally, you know, like, get everything in order, you're not jumping out there and you're like a fish out of water and shit. You know, you don't, and you're just like mesmerized by everything and you're pedestalizing stuff. So, I mean, man, that's where they kind of put themselves. It's like, hey, get the money and then they'll respect you and they'll fall in line and you'll have the leadership. And it's just like, shit don't work like that. Look at Jonathan Majors, like, how many celebrities get divorced and get took? So it's just like, no, man, you have to get somebody that likes you, man. That's the critical piece. That ain't even 100%, but it gives you a little more coverage, like versus like somebody that's going to take you to court and run you through the ringer like that.
He said something that was very interesting in that interview he did was, I think, was it Good Morning America?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I should have like left it long time ago. I was scared.
Yeah,
to do so, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's just that part, right? Because you don't know somebody else is gonna love you. You don't know, so you staying, and he stayed, and look what happened.
It's convenience and comfort, man, and that's the issue. Because I mean, he wasn't lacking no chicks. Because he was even, like he said, hey, he pretty much had somebody else and stuff. But sometimes it's like every guy wants to, you know, have their cake and eat it
in
too.
your space.
I thought you was gonna say feel love.
What was that?
When you move them in your space, that's that it's never good. Like when you move a woman in your space, it's just, I know that we have this thing like you got to test the waters, but like unless you do trips together in a couple years without moving in, but just to move in and she has access to all your stuff, it's like you can't break up with somebody, like wake up today and like, yo, I need you out of here. No, they got rights.
But see, that's where he messed up. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of guys, man, they just have such a scarcity and they rely on that comfort and convenience. So instead of just be like, hey, man, I'm going to date other people. He's like, you know what? Let me like talk to these other people and still try to hold on to this piece. And you're not telling them what's going on. So it's just like when that stuff came out, she flipped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the issue. So he should have just been, you know, kind of like, look, man, I know I moved you in, but I like you said, I need my space. I need to focus more on my work.
Yeah, huh? You can't do that when you have somebody move in your space. And that's the thing about like, I don't want people to be alone, but you got that. There's like you got to be realistic. When you have somebody in your life like that, there's some stuff you do got to take responsibility for. It's not it's not like a marriage, but it's kind of is. In some laws, it's like some states, the laws like it's common law marriages, but you just can't move somebody in and then decide to break up with them and think everything's going to be like amicable. It just does not work. Wait, and before I continue, this is mineral water, YouTube. I'm not drinking alcohol. But you know, like I think this happened to a lot of my friends. It's like they move in with their girl, and that breakup is ugly, and they stuck with the lease, and they got to pay off, and he's living in the car, and she's in the apartment doing Lord knows what, having the time of her life, well, because he has to pay the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's just
that's right.
it's just that thing about like for us as black men, like it's there's something that's deep that we just don't learn from other people's mistakes, and we don't learn from our own, and we're still expecting. I know it's called insanity when you expecting different results from doing the same thing, but we're always doing the same thing, and I don't know what's this different results that we're looking for.
Well, it's ego, man, because it's like everybody got that mindset. It's like the fairy tale shit where, man, it won't happen to me, you know, and that's where guys rest. So like you said, it's like, man, eventually you should be like observing and learning from other people's mistakes. But for some reason, everybody's like, nah, mine's is different. You know, my situation ain't gonna happen like that. And it's just like, that's when you get caught up. And when you don't structure stuff the right way, you know, and, you know, take that time instead of just rushing in and stuff. Cause like you said, it's just like, man, when you make that move, it ain't gonna go like that when you change your mind. So yeah, it's just that ego a lot of times that screws guys over and stuff.
I can add one more thing that's important in all relationships. You gotta check out people's vices. For me, I had to ask that question because I'm a recovering alcoholic. But then if you're drinking around me, knowing that I don't do alcohol, right, but you feel safe getting drunk, I'm just like, yo, this is not good for me. Like, I don't care that I'm safe. Why are you getting drunk, like pissed drunk and blacking out and think that's okay? A lot of times I have no problem checking my friends' vices. Like, yo, why are you smoking weed knowing I got a job that do tests? Like, you messing with my money, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be in my car. You know, there's some people I'm like, yo, you can't be doing this stuff. And I think a lot of times in the pursuit of love, we're not checking for these vices. Like, everybody has a vice, but there's certain vices you just got to learn to say no, and it's okay to leave because it's not going to be good for your life.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. You gotta, like I was saying earlier, observe. Man, you gotta be willing to walk away from stuff. So it's like you said, man, if you communicate that to somebody and they still going down that path, then it's just like, hey, regardless what type of feeling or like I have for you, it's like, man, I gotta dip because I gotta look at the bigger picture, the longevity of like life and stuff. But people get so caught up in like the feelings and the short term that, you know, they'll let people sabotage their life. And it's sad because it's just like majority of the time it's, you know, somebody's not cautious of, like you said, your vices and stuff like that. And if they really care, they would be like, oh shit, I ain't know, my bad, let me stop this. But if they don't, then that's a clear indicator. It's like, hey, this person don't really like you, man. So that's like red flag number one. But like you said, because of that duress mindset, a lot of guys still latch on, man, to it, and it's almost like a train wreck waiting to happen, you know.
Yeah.
No, I hear you though.
But all right, we want to jump in that second video because I know
we're gonna jump into an O'Shea one. I know this one's gonna be a little bit more funnier anyway. So
yeah, O'Shea.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna play that real quick.
Every time O'Shea say Dima, I'm like, oh Lord, we're about to see.
Yeah. Or
some stuff that should be unseen.
But shout out to like Dima, man. Like Dima is definitely king of thumbnails, man, and trolls.
Oh man, especially the one with learning from Cooley, that O'Shea as like a schoolboy and Cooley as a teacher.
I want to learn what program that Dima is using so I can start implementing that, because now he's doing like O'Shea AI. AI.
Yes.
This and I don't even know how he does that. But once I learn how to do that, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like the biggest troll, man.
Does he got a course? Because yeah, he cold with the editing. You know who else is? Man, Bruiser is good at like editing. That's why I told Bruiser, I was like, man, you need to set up some classes, man.
Yeah.
They'll make a fortune off of that.
Yeah. I want my shit to be top tier, man. Yeah,
my shit low budget. I got basic edits.
Hey, sometimes we gotta start by paying somebody, right? You know what I mean? So, but you good though.
What's good, everybody?
But I appreciate you. You on my lottery list, M3.
O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Guys, you all know that Megan Good and Jonathan Majors, they're in a so-called relationship. Now, I don't know who is benefiting from such a relationship because Megan Good, she had Devon Franklin. And we're going to be honest, man, Megan Good is fine.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I can't get with her and neither can you because you ugly and I'm broke. I look way better than y'all. But Megan Good is beautiful, even now. Have you ever sat back and wonder, like, how does somebody that fine not get really tricked on by anybody? I mean, even today, like, you know, Megan Good dated a lot of dudes. She dated, I think, was it 50 Cent for some time? I don't know, some of the rappers. I mean, it was a bunch of dudes. She was dating a new dude like every 2 years. And that was something telling, like, you can't keep nobody. Then, you know, here comes the simp. So, you know, the simp come through once everybody then came through and smashed and dashed and all of that. You know, basically come through there and try to save her and wife her up and make her a Christian.
See,
you know, after all that booty clapping, probably.
It's clapping.
And then, well, then Devon Franklin found out that she wasn't gonna listen to him either. He was trying to have too much equality in a relationship, and he didn't know he was marrying a black woman that was more successful than him and wasn't really trying to do all that. So he had to leave her, and now he got him a Latina, right? But you know what, Megan Good, she wanted to.
Hold on, let me back
he got him a Latina. Right?
What, you speaking faith into your life, M3?
Let me zoom in real quick for those who want to see this up close, right?
Ooh. M3 walking through it, I'm running away from it.
Shout outs to like these man stealers, right? On a side note, I'm going to just be fair on this one, right? Megan Good still look better than whoever this Latino woman is. So hey,
it's not about looks. He wants also a family. Like, he wants that. I think that's something we have to, as Black community, look at that, because we have kids as a burden and having a family is another step. We don't see happiness in having family. We don't see happiness in getting married. I'm going to say this. We also don't see happiness in being the mother and being the father. We don't see it.
I'm going to tell you like this, though.
So what, Megan Good didn't want no kids or something? Is that?
No, she was more for her career.
Yeah, probably so. And, you know, it's whatever. I'm going to say this. He's going to end up with 4 kids and a granddaughter. That's how it always ends. Not a grandson, a granddaughter. So in the next 15 years, he's going to have a granddaughter. Okay? After having, like, you know, his first daughter, second son. There's going to be 1 daughter, 3 sons.
I'm going to throw up. Ugh.
That's how it's going to be. Okay?
Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah. So,
I'm looking up. Her name is Maria Castillo. She is a personal trainer.
Okay.
AKA
name is Castillo. So
damn near broke. She about to clean his ass out. She gonna get all that offering plate money. Like you said, she gonna get 2 kids.
He also works in Hollywood. He's an executive in Hollywood.
Who?
Him.
Oh, I thought he was ain't he in the church or something?
Yep, he does both. He's a minister, and he was an executive in Hollywood. That's how he met Megan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's a Hollywood exec.
Yeah, she about to get that church bread and that executive money.
Go ahead and have these anchor babies. That's one thing I say about my people. We're gonna have them anchor babies. We're gonna secure the lifestyle.
Right.
You're gonna have him at the courthouse like Tyrese crying.
And shout out to my Latinas. Look, I'm just scared of y'all. I grew up with y'all. I am one of y'all. Afro Latino. I just don't want. I'm scared and terrified.
You're negro.
And look, and also I don't live to make my father happy. Like he'll be extremely happy if I bring one of y'all home because he is tired. SJ, when I saw him and when I saw him
Devon Franklin about to get that work.
SJ, when I saw him in Seattle, you know what my father told me? He's like, Stanley, my heart is weak. Please don't break it. Don't bring none of your girlfriends. I know she's not Latina. I don't.
But hey, real quick, so it says in this article too, the one I'm looking at is so he likes them younger. Devon Franklin sparks controversy after he confirms new romance with woman 17 years his junior.
Wait, excuse me, wasn't his ex-wife dating a rapper who was 25?
Who, Megan Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she had the brightest, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. These dudes, man, like she gonna give him that work. That's why, like I said, she gonna have that baby. She gonna be like, she gonna be the cash out queen out here.
Wait, let's say how. Wait, but hold on for a minute. How old is Devon Franklin and how old is Maria?
I think he's like 45, 46. Let me look.
Is she in her 30s?
No, she might be in her 20s though.
He's trying to make some babies. Ladies, get off. Look.
Yeah, he's 46.
He's 46.
He's 46. How old is she?
They just said 17 years junior. You know, she ain't got no Wikipedia page. She ain't popping like that. She a personal trainer.
And she a personal trainer, and she got no social media. She gonna make some kids. They about to get married.
Oh yeah, no, she gonna lock it in. That's what I'm saying. He can be down there with Tyrese, like change the court system laws.
And if you look up, like she's definitely like breastfeeding ready too, though. So once those kids pop out, man, they're gonna have a whole lot of horchata though, for real.
Damn, how old Megan Good?
You didn't say horchata.
Megan's in her 40s though.
Sir, we ain't gonna ignore the horchata and breastfeeding.
On the real, I think Devon Franklin should have got with Vivica Fox. Let me stop.
And this is the time where we gotta play the video.
Right?
43. She's Megan Good is 43.
She wanted to get a high profile guy on the deal, okay? And the deal that she got was Jonathan Majors, right? Now, Jonathan Majors was down bad.
She got some,
and I hate to say this, but you know, being that Jonathan Majors was down bad, brothers, we're gonna be real. He was dusty, he was broke. He doesn't really like black women at all. Jonathan Majors was struggling. You know, Hollywood didn't want to deal with him. So here's Megan Good's chance to make an investment. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna invest in this dude, and then I'm gonna go ahead on and build him back up. Then once he's built back up, I can then, you know, I can have a power couple. I can rebuild the Negro.com. But then he started getting bills, and then this allegation was coming through.
Y'all, Megan Good is down bad for her man, Jonathan Majors, because she is standing 10 toes down behind him and showing her support. Megan and Jonathan have been together for a hot minute, but the streets are now saying that the relationship is more serious than we thought because Megan has been allegedly paying Jonathan Majors' bills, every single one of them. Child, every time we hear about this relationship, it's something wild happening. The streets are also saying that Devon has a little something to say about Megan being Jonathan's sugar mommy, and it is not nice. So why exactly is Megan paying Jonathan's bills, and has Jonathan gone broke? Let's break this down. Okay, so it looks like we finally know why Jonathan cried while talking about Megan at the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. Because if someone was paying my bills, I'd cry while talking about them because the cost of living in this economy is crazy.
I love you. I love you beyond all limit. With all my strength. With all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong, and you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire.
As y'all can
hit the pause button.
Feel a type of way about Megan picking up Jonathan's bills.
Shout out to Jonathan Majors. Y'all out here hating on him. My man, hey, he was listening to the Sophisticated Jerk. He was like, I gotta leave these broke chicks alone. Let me level up. He locked in one that got some bread, and hey, he winning.
But I'll say this. Megan Good is in good hands because with her big sister, Gabrielle Union, I know that prenup that he's going to sign in is going to be in her favor through perpetuity. And also, she'll go ahead and get them eggs unfrozen and start dropping them babies. Get a surrogate and everything. That's the smartest move she's going to do.
Well, you talk about being with Jonathan Majors. You like this situation for them?
Yeah, because of anything, again, with Tyler Perry, look, F white Hollywood, because we just don't care no more. And with in the temperament where it's going on along with streaming, right? I'm watching more YouTube and Tubi than I'll say Amazon and HBO Max. It's kind of like old school WB and UPN, the Underpaid Negro Network and Want to Be Black. And we're getting to that place where streaming services is like now people going back to the old format of like for each season we're gonna go on for 20 shows, 20 episodes, no more this 10 and 13. It's going back to old Hollywood. So I think it behooves him and her to go ahead and get married, be the next Prince Harry and the other Meghan Markle, and take over Hollywood. It makes sense. It makes sense.
I don't know about that take over Hollywood shit.
They're gonna be Black Hollywood. It's gonna. We don't have no talents right now. It's the truth.
But I do like the move, man. I think it works for both of them. Like I think this is a good move, man. I think he's gonna cash out.
Okay.
She needs a project where she could build him up. Be part of that. So yeah, I think it works for both of them.
Got a big man singing Shaka Khan.
Yeah, he was up there crying, boy.
Okay, crying. I thank you. I thank you. Without you, save me from that white woman.
Of the process to the wind, to the fire,
to the limit, to the wall.
When
For the chance to be with your money, I'm gonna risk it all.
I'm not gonna lie. It has been so long since I last heard and seen a Negro actually bust out a random song for his woman.
For me, it's been so long since I've seen two Black people get together. This is new for me. I'm like, oh my God. This new movement? Like, what's going on? Two Black people actually getting together on purpose?
Hey, but
it's not a sitcom.
Hey, but Megan's bill. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, yeah, Megan Good. She's definitely building that power couple. You know what I mean? So, and it seemed like it's actually working out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, two Black people on purpose. I mean, this is next to when Jay-Z and Beyonce got together.
Yep.
I'm just like, oh my God, Black people and Black people together on purpose.
Hey, but did y'all catch the one? Did y'all catch the one thing where they were like, her ex Devon? They said he upset. I wonder if he was.
Please, that Latino draining his balls. He ain't worrying about nobody.
Nah, she draining them pockets too. But I wonder if he's upset because she's paying for Jonathan Major stuff, and he's probably like, "Damn, I was paying 100% of everything. How's she gonna?"
He was because
probably so like damn, like he a broke Negro now or whatever, right? And
no, he's not. Keep in mind, right? That's what he got smart. He divorced her on the 9th year. He didn't wait for 10 years.
Yeah.
Remember, 10 years in California, we don't do alimony in California. What you do is community property.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have got half, and that's minus even though the prenup because they're
yeah.
But is his money longer than hers? That's what I'm saying. It's not like she's some chump,
No, it's not that. But they'll take that money anyway. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like she ain't gonna try to spend her money, but she's smart. Again, he's an executive, so he got his own stuff, and she got hers. She's able to take that with her after the divorce.
Well, because it says like he's worth $5 million, she's worth $5 million. So like in law, if you are even, you don't pay like alimony or nothing like that. You just
after 10 years in California, no.
That's how the law works. It's just like if you guys both got money and stuff, it equal itself out. You just divide up the assets.
No, but the thing is in California, right? Okay, like if it's equal, yeah, you don't really have to really contribute as much. But the moment one of you guys like lose your job or something, like that alimony is like lifetime. It's permanent. You know, unless you guys get together and say, hey, we don't want this lifetime alimony anymore. Take that away. We are good, right? Yeah, California will set you up, man, to be spending forever, and especially if you have like children by these people too, though. But in this case, though, like again, she got her own, he got his own. I'm for sure like they probably had like a non-contested like divorce, despite of him like being the first to do that. But if it, like I said, if it was like in Utah, like all that stuff wouldn't even matter. He had to pay like he would have to pay. What was it? It was 75%, right? I think it was 75% or 25%.
Ooh. Yeah, damn that.
Yeah.
But all right, we can get back to the video. Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah. So don't go to Utah, y'all. Don't marry nobody.
Nah.
If you find a chick and she says she's from Utah, I don't care if you're in California, you better dump her. Anyways, let's go ahead and play this.
Because they feel like he has been using her for his own benefit.
So a lot of the women, when they heard about this, they were really coming down on her, and a lot of black women have a hard time with supporting men.
A woman literally starts paying for a grown man, and I just talked about this on my other channel, she's depleting herself of her feminine energy. So if you ever realize, a woman who pays for stuff, even if it's 50-50 or the whole, set of bills, and a grown man lives in the house, she is pouring her feminine energy into a masculine cause or a masculine man, and therefore she's going to be depleted of it. And when she's depleted of her feminine energy, a man is going to go look elsewhere for more feminine energy because now you have none, because now you're a man providing. So pick me too. Y'all trying to keep a man for a long time, he needs to invest in you. He needs to give you money. He needs to make sure your bills are paid. He needs to make sure that he's treating you
for sure
like you deserve to be treated, like you're his woman, not his roommate, not his business partner, but his woman. Okay. Otherwise, you're gonna pour all your feminine energy out, and when you feel depleted after he leaves and you're mad, guess what? You ain't gonna have no one to blame but yourself. All right. So stop giving these men money. If y'all are that dumb, y'all have to learn somehow, some way. Okay. Barbara the Builder too.
Hey, pause real quick.
I know a lot of women are mad.
Hey man, this is the dumbest explanation. Like I see a lot of females like her make.
Yeah.
Because man, it's like if you look at the divorce rates, they're high across the board. We see, like I said, man, I was looking at like the celebrities that got divorced in the past like 3 years. Man, the list is long as hell. It's like Hugh Jackman, Kevin Costner, and these guys are like the ultimate, I would say, providers that pay for everything. Chefs, you ain't really got to lift a finger. They got cleaning people, and it's like, man, they still are not happy. So when women say this kind of stuff, it's like, oh, they're gonna, if you contribute to your own household and stuff, it's like, or you're gonna deplete your feminine energy. This is like, man, it's laughable, because it's just like, man, you're either feminine or you're not. You're either a good person or you're not. This is why I give so much pushback on this type of stuff, because guys buy into this too, like, oh, if I allow her to contribute, she's gonna deplete her feminine energy. So that's why I said a lot of times men start talking like women and buying into this stuff, and it's just like, man, nah. There's good women out here that have no issue contributing to the household. If she don't want to, trust me, if you pay for everything, she's gonna be at the house still resentful and still probably gonna leave with your shit. So
and also,
like, man, stop falling for this nonsense.
And also at the pool with Jorge.
Yeah.
While you at work, working like 80 hours a week, she with Jorge and Dietrich, who's doing the yard.
Facts. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that real quick. But yeah, we
and don't forget a judo instructor for the kids.
Yeah. The karate kid and shit.
But don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself because you fell for the okie doke. Okay. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. You fell for the okie doke. Now you in there. Figure out how to get out, or replace the feminine man who's allowing you to pour all your feminine energy into him and keep you masculine. Don't be mad at me.
And I saw like, a lot more stories happening on TikTok and things like that. And then, this story here touched me.
10 years ago when I said I do, I made the biggest mistake that working wives make, especially successful ones. I was like, oh, babe, it's okay. You don't have to worry. I can bring half of the bill. And slowly, I trained my mom to always expect 50% of my pay bill. At first, it wasn't anything because we were just the two of us. But with time, I got to realize it's never 50-50. As a woman, you do more. You have childbearing, you're looking after the home. If you're married and you're providing 50% because you feel you're successful and you have the money, the biggest reason why your man is not providing for you fully, and he can if he has a career, is because you've positioned yourself wrongly. You've positioned yourself to be like a man, to be independent. You've positioned him to expect your paycheck.
What I can get from those two clips is that a woman, if you're not really paying for her, and we all know in 2024, a lot of the
before any women high five and scream at us, let's keep in mind that Uncle Sam is going to look at those W-2s and see that combined income and going wondering what's what and what's going where, and dig a little bit closer and find out who's hiding what assets and interests and why this is not being reported. Stop putting your marriages in a deficit. Pay 50-50. It's a write-off. You're married. Get a CPA. Stop doing things on your own. Stop doing the apps. Be with somebody, a live human being, and break down your taxes. Pay 50-50. This is your relationship, so nobody's stressed out. So I can go ahead, have some chocolate, have some wine, and start having sex, and everything is paid for. You paying 50-50, the other 50% is going into a savings, RIA, and then your personal spending fund. You're not broke. People are living in their cars right now because they try to do it all by themselves, and they can't do it by themselves. Stop it.
Facts. Yeah, when I hear people like that, man, that's really it's on that manipulation stuff. Because the sad thing is that this the dark side guys don't like addressing. Those two same chicks, they're getting piped down by a guy that's not paying their bills. And we all know this because ain't nobody having like casual sex with everybody that pays like all their bills and stuff. So man, people will have relations with people not paying their bills, and then this is the sad thing, and this is why I try to get guys to realize and stuff. Like, okay, so then they're gonna come to you, the husband or the guy that they're engaged to, the one that's supposed to like get the best deal, and they're like, hey, if you don't pay 100% of my bills, I'm not gonna treat you good. I'm not gonna be happy. So even though they was out there doing all this shit with dudes that ain't put $1 to nothing, they're gonna come to you and put these hard demands on there. So that's why I'm saying, man, y'all gotta wake up. A good woman is not gonna, she's gonna give her husband the best deal. She's gonna be like, look, I'm willing to work with you because I'm not like these other chicks. I'm not on no, like, you gotta pay me to be happy and stuff. You gotta pay me for leadership. And that's what men just gotta, that's why I was like, hell nah, you're gonna give me the best deal. We walking down that aisle, I'm gonna get the best deal that you're gonna work with me. I demand that. And the good thing, my wife was like, man, there ain't no issue. I asked my wife one time, I was like, man, why are you able to do a 50-50? And man, she gave me the simplest answer. Because I was suspecting more complex answers. She was like, because I like you. She was like, I was like, oh shit, that's it? And she was like, man, what piece of shit would I be if I'm sitting there, I'm working and you're my husband, the person I'm committed to, I took this oath with, and I'm gonna have an attitude if I have to contribute to my own house. So that's what I'm saying, like, and people don't get it and they fight back, and I'm just like, man, do y'all like analyze anything or apply common sense? Because I know these chicks, they, not to be mean, all of us got a pass, but it's like, man, they ain't no virgin. So she's getting down there getting them boots knocked, and dudes ain't paying them light bills and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wait, real quick, you guys, right? I gotta give a shout out to like Lola. I wish I had my sound effects ready, but thank you.
Yeah, what's good, Lola?
Yeah,
thank you, Lola.
Appreciate the cash app. She says facts.
But see, that's why I always gave, like I said, like Lola, man, one that got intelligence, go work with her, man. Shit, that's what you go after, man. And that's why I like leave these broke mugs alone, man. Get you one that understands like long-term planning and finance. That's like, look, nah, we gonna win together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, we'll post a link to you guys, man. If you guys want to like hop in, man, and you know, give me like your feedback, your comments and stuff. We're almost done with the video, so but feel free to hop in now. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna play the rest of this video.
The ladies may not have as much as respect for men in general, right? So we already can know that. It's important to understand that. So it might not be the case anyway. But, if they're paying 50-50 or they're paying most of the bills, you're going to get, some attitude from them. And we could start to see a little bit of red flags in a relationship when this went down.
Folks are predicting trouble in paradise for couple Megan Good and Jonathan Majors after spotting some major red flags. Jonathan got all teary-eyed while accepting the Perseverance Award just months after beating an assault conviction. And guess what? He also dropped the bomb that he snagged his first role since getting cleared on all charges. In his speech, Jonathan didn't hold back his feels for his girlfriend, the stunning actress Megan Good. He gushed, "I love you beyond all limit, with all my strength, with all my heart, I love you. You done carried me so many nights." The duo hit the red carpet together, but the vibes were kinda off. Megan was out here slaying the paparazzi with her glowing skin, flowing braids, and that killer golden gown. She was straight up dazzling. Meanwhile, Jonathan seemed to be channeling some dark, moody energy that clashed hard with her radiant aura. Folks online couldn't help but notice. They were quick to dissect Jonathan's facial expressions and body language. The way he's looking at her makes me feel uncomfortable. She is in so much trouble. Their relationship will be ending soon. I know, right? It's been all over the blogs how mad he is for her stealing the spotlight. He's obviously seething here. I don't know, there's something off about him.
And so now, what they're saying is, a rumor has come out of Hollywood that Megan Good and Jonathan Majors ain't together no more, that they breaking up. And now that Jonathan Majors' career is on the rise, he don't really need her no more. He ain't really tripping off her. He don't need her. What is he doing? He need to go ahead on and bounce and all of this. This is what's interesting. So I gotta deal with this because number one, a lot of the ladies that are beautiful, and I don't know how true this is, but a lot of the ladies that are beautiful have low self-esteem. Just because you look good, just because you're nice, and again, a lot of the sisters are nice, man. They're a vibe to be around. It's just their conditioning might be too hard for a lot of the brothers in the black community to deal with. Okay, that's just what the case may be. And so when you're too hard to deal with as a sister, with a guy that's on your level, it's only right that some of them say, you know what, we're gonna go and deal with a black man that we can kind of control. So we want to go ahead on and control the brother. So this is what they do. So they control the guy and, hey, listen, this is what's going on. I can do what I got to do. And you saw this with Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson. It's a level of control there. And then until the guy lashes out and he don't want to be controlled anymore, or, he tired of your stuff. So now it's a problem. It's an issue. And you're not really thinking about that until you are. But now when a guy get up and he got his money, all of a sudden, he don't really need you all like that. The man ain't tripping off you for real. That man ain't worried about you all like that for real. Okay? You don't even know that. Now you mad. All right? You're mad now. Now it's dusty out here in these streets. It don't make no sense out here in these streets. And you know what? If it's true, hey, listen, stop going to rebuildanegro.com. Sometimes what you need to do, honey, y'all, and a lot of y'all need to do this. You need to worry about trying to figure out what, if you want to be happy in a relationship, you're going to have to sacrifice something, you know what I mean, to get the kind of man you want. You can't just go and start investing in the Negro stock market and thinking that you're going to just invest in a dude and keep going, bring returns. Even if you do bring returns, all you're going to do is be unhappy like Tia Mowry and leave him anyway and go back out there and struggle. Because if Devon Franklin break up with you, your self-esteem is low. That's the lowest. Like in Devon Franklin, most of us will understand that he's a simp. So the fact that you can't keep him, that's a problem. So guys, it's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of
O'Shea didn't have to say that.
Yeah, he tripping. He
tripping
right?
in that video. I agree with Oshun. I think there's a lot of projection. And it's almost like people almost want them to be
broken
up are upset. And it's just like, nah, man, I ain't get that. When he was like on that red carpet, he was just like, man, she a big name, just had some movies. Shorty, go get your shine. This is coming back to the house anyways. He's sitting back like, hey, take them photos and stuff. Like, we good, man. Like, not everybody has like insecurities and low self-esteem, because they, you know, he's like, man, I'm gonna be back on. He got his movie role. He's like, shoot, do your thing, man. This comes back. I think winners, man, understand like, hey, if she goes out there and wins, it's kind of like Jay-Z and Beyonce. She's a billionaire, he's a billionaire. You know what? This is coming back to the household. You know, we gonna win regardless and stuff. So I think some people just have that mindset where a lot of people, like, man, they have a lot of insecurities where it's just like, I could only shine, or, you know, and I think that just starts eating away at people. So everybody else out there that's like trying to dissect it, that's what they're projecting onto them, because that's typically how they kind of view shit. Yeah, so yeah, it's like I read none of that from the body language.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though, like, these bloggers, man, be putting too much shit on these celebrities, you know, as if you personally know their life, as if you know what the outcome is going to be. Why can't you just be happy for the fact that, okay, now you have two strong black people, right? Successful black couples. Yes, I know Jonathan Majors has been on a decline since he got with Artificial or White Coretta, okay?
Ooh.
He learned his lesson. Okay, he found a sister who was willing to give him a chance, because look, she could have been like any other sister. He could have went with the girl code or whatever and not gave him a chance, because they're gonna view those type of people, oh, he's broke, or his career is over, dusty, whatever you want to call it. Now you have a woman, right? The ones that you've always been making videos about, saying that we need more women like these. We need more women that's going to accept us for who we are, who's going to build us up or whatever. Now you have somebody that's actually standing by his side, yet there's always going to be some pessimistic like type of saying at the end of thinking, okay, this relationship was still destined to fail because she's overdoing it, you know, of her love or her outcry to, like, you know, for Jonathan Majors. I think that's something that we gotta really like just take note of. That, look, man, just be happy for the moment right now. Stop worrying about the future, because ain't none of us is Miss Cleo, okay? And Miss Cleo, she's been gone a long time ago, so you can never take nobody's place like that. Stop worrying about these guys or whatever. Celebrate the moments that they have right now and how they're really building themselves up and making sure that they both become a successful power black couple.
Yep.
You know?
Well, can I say something? Okay, first of all, I want to address O'Shea. Now, O'Shea, I like O'Shea, but I think he has to be careful, because we all understand the underlying theme to their relationship. You understand, which is black guy, kind of nerdy looking, you know, gets with the white girl that accepts his nerd, and then she, you know, turns into the Karen, and then he gets down bad, then he gets a sister, comes up, and then he drops sister, then goes back to Karen. We all know that that's what people already expect from this there's this narration of their relationship. However, O'Shea needs to be careful, because if he's not careful and he mocks their relationship, he is adding to, let's say, he's adding to the problem within the community, whereas black men are not being seen as dominant within their communities, because they can't just stop getting with Karens and putting themselves in jail, literally putting themselves in jail at this point. And it doesn't help anything. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to like caution O'Shea on that. But also, first of all, like Jerk said, like I didn't read anything into this other than the fact that, you know, let me be clear about something. Let's suppose they was having an argument like, you know, normal couples have right before they had this event, and they just wasn't feeling like being booed up on each other because they had an argument and they still had to do the event. couples go through stuff. And yeah, this night, out of all the nights we've been seeing them for the past 2 years, this night they had a couple's spat, and they didn't feel the need to be all hugged up and shit. Like, maybe that's what's going on. Or maybe, he, like Jerk said, he was allowing her to have some, let's say, alone celebrity time with some of the cameras, because ever since he's been in her life, I haven't seen her without him in the picture, like, at all. And every time he's in the picture, people are talking about him and his bullshit. Nobody's talking about her and her success. They're talking about him and his fuckery. So it's like, at the end of the day, he do owe her a little bit of space so that people can, get back to, old girl and shit, how they like that. Now the only thing we're thinking about is, please don't mess up our reputation as Black people, please stay together. That's all people are looking at in their relationship. They're not looking at them now in their careers. And I mean, I think honestly with Jonathan Majors, he knows good and well he could be in jail right now. So I don't think that he is mistreating this woman and doing the whole I'm gonna come up off of a Black woman and treat a dusty type shit. I don't believe that. Now, it's possible it could happen, but I don't believe that under the circumstances, because I think he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. He knows right now that any slip, and I mean, like, let's suppose he had, like, they just got engaged. Let's suppose let's suppose him and Megan break up for whatever reason, right? And there's this public outcry that he broke up. Let's say a rumor gets started. He broke up with her because he put his hands on her. No proof though. Do you understand how many endorsements he will lose? How many movie roles he will lose because of that? Because of how big he was and how hard he fell, and the fact that like, do you understand? Even if we don't never know what happens, if anything goes wrong in this relationship, he's done. So no, I don't believe that this outing is I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. It's anything that we have to care about as far as their relationship. I wish them much success. I do understand the let's say the risk that Megan Good took with him, because unlike O'Shea, okay, it ain't that she couldn't keep her ex. It's that her and her ex wasn't meant to be together in general. He's a pastor. She's an actress. It's like, their lives wasn't even formulated to be together, and the lifestyle that she lives, that's not the lifestyle that he lives. Now, they might have loved each other genuinely, but I heard some of the complaints about her and her ex-husband from the church members, and it had nothing to do with them not being a good couple. It was that their lifestyles were just so different. She goes to balls with half her back out. The church don't like that. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is, but I hate when people sit and do that to her and say, well, you couldn't keep him, so obviously you're a piece of trash. First of all, nobody can get or keep O'Shea. He's 40 years old and single. Like, what the fuck why are you talking about somebody can't keep somebody? Meanwhile, you're in a worser boat than her. Like, this is crazy. So I ain't gonna belabor the point, but no, what I saw in that video was if at best a couple's spat. They still came together. They might not even be speaking, but I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, every last one of us have had a circumstance where just before a nice event comes, our significant other says or does some fuck shit, and we feel like slapping the fuck out of their mouth, but we can't, because we gotta show up and smile and do everything that Kevin Spacey and that chick on House of Cards had to do every day. Okay, like, seriously, they didn't even like each other for real, but every day they showed up holding hands and smiling for the cameras. So no, I'm okay with their relationship being rocky. Everybody's relationship is rocky.
Good point. And I was looking at his net worth. He's worth $2 million still. She's worth $5 million. So like, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like people are just like placing everything on him. So I was like, man, maybe after those experiences that they had, because after that whole shit like he experienced, he's probably like, look, I got me somebody that's riding, man. I'm not about to mess this up. I ain't going through that again, because hey, that has to be scary, for him. Like, you see your whole career collapsing, so he's probably like, I'm gonna sit back, man, and I got somebody that's not gonna come at me, you know, try to find defamation lawsuits and all that. Like, I'm not even entertaining no fuckery. Yeah, so I think that's where he's at. I think he's like, I'm gonna fall back, baby. Go do your thing. Hey, I'll be right over here, play our thing. I'm gonna cry on stage. I'm gonna give you a shout out on some homosexual shit.
He's gonna sing Little Shaka Khan.
Oh no!
But I'll say one thing for him though, like to have Denzel Washington as your mentor right now is gonna help him. Big time.
Facts.
Denzel like don't go to no parties. If you go to a party, leave at 9 to 10.
Yeah, if he got Denzel, he's with her. Like you said, they have a little couple kids. They have the family thing. He go vegan. He gonna win. I'm telling you. They be like, hey, put him in all these movies. Yeah, I'll stay out the public eye unless y'all. It's an event. You ain't gonna see me invent our movie. I'll disappear.
But that's how Denzel actually stayed in Hollywood, but separate from Hollywood, because he treated Hollywood as his literal job and not as his lifestyle. His lifestyle was his family at home. So if I'm not mistaken, Denzel, his wife was with him all throughout everything. Like on to the same thing, for instance, with LL Cool J. And he said it. He was like, I would have been divorced if it wasn't for the fact that I take my wife on every tour, every business meeting. She right there. Like we together every step of the way. We got the kids. Same thing with Rihanna right now. She like, yo, fuck them parties and shit. I hang out and chill out with my family. Like I don't need all that dumb shit. I'm good. Like at some point you grow up and realize that you going to all these parties to celebrate nothingness. And the only thing you're gonna probably get if you stay there too long is drunk and fucked by Diddy. You know what I mean? That's about it.
Yeah, you can't be winding up at old Diddy party.
And be on TMZ.
Let's say like her investing in him a little bit, and I think this is what people mess up sometimes, where they're shitting on him for, like, say if she is like investing in him a little bit. Say this dude blows up, he gets back into Marvel movies, he's doing like $5 million a film, you know, like Robert Downey Jr. and them pops and, you know, becomes the biggest thing, and now she benefits from that. So that's why I said people are so short-sighted sometimes, where she should be mad spending a little bit of money and stuff, and I'm like, nah, he ain't no broke dude. And if he's getting a line back with the movies and stuff and she's plugging him in, shoot, he takes off, and now he's like, shit, she rolled for me. Now, hey, do what you know. I'm gonna take care of you. That's what people miss in relationships. So, like what you was,
part is crazy. That's the part that's crazy though. Here's this guy, because he's not thug, not from jail. Because we watched Love After Lockup, where the ladies are putting $40,000 on people's books. I don't know how where the money come from, but they putting up to $40,000 on books on a man that's locked up in prison that you don't see, not married to, and that's celebrated, right? But this is not celebrated, and that's, yo, we gotta, like, the priorities is not correct here.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
It's not correct because people don't feel justice in generally speaking. Now, individually, we may understand certain things, but as a whole, our community doesn't feel justice, because right now, Megan Good represents what all Black men say that they need in a woman, like everything, like the beauty, the loyalty, just the faithfulness. Just everything, the successfulness, the ability to stand back, let him be, all that. She represents that. However, that the fact of the matter is, because they're angry at what's happened to them personally in the past, generally speaking, they're not going to ever see the best in Megan Good. They're going to see the fact that, like O'Shea said, you couldn't make it work with your ex, so you're a piece of, you're a 3 versus on a 10 scale. Oh no, you settled for him. You must be a dust bunny. Oh no, you trying to come up because, you know, you couldn't make it with the white boy. Or like, it's never going to be, she's never going to be judged by her accomplishments. She's going to be judged by her failures. Whereas with this white woman, he wasn't judged by, or she wasn't judged by her failures in other relationships. She was judged by her relationship with him. And even now, nobody looks at that white woman and says, okay, you chose wrong. No, they're just saying, oh man, that was kind of bad of you to chase him. But other than that, like, she's good. And I feel like black women, just in general, we get the shit end of the stick a lot of times. Just in general, because of the way society feels about the past and how they view us in the current, based on the past. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, he was doing so well, and the fact that he this happened to him, even I felt like, I felt like dropping a prayer. And y'all know I'm not even religious. I'm praying to Krishna out this bitch, like, please, like, help. I'm just saying, like, it was really bad because I seen him running from it. Like, he understood, let me run and not get in trouble, and he still got in trouble. And I'm like, and the fact that this white woman dropped the case versus losing, that's what got me a little pissed off too. Like, bitch, you should have lost that case, but this is how you know where people really stand at in this country. She dropped that case. He didn't actually win. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's that subtle. That's that bullshit right there. But as far as Megan Good is concerned, I support Megan. Now, I don't support women getting with men that have domestic issues. Let me be clear about that. No, I support. He didn't have a domestic issue. He had a white woman fetish that he had to get checked on real quick. But you talking about something? I want you to be Coretta, as if that white woman can ever know Coretta's like nothing. Anyway,
anything.
This what I'm saying. Like, the fact that I heard that come out his mouth, I don't even know who was recording, but the fact that I actually heard that come out his mouth,
she did. The white.
See,
yeah, see, that was the justice coming back after him after he said that ridiculous comment. You know, ain't no white woman would ever be a Coretta.
Now let me ask you out. Quickly point: is there any white women that served as the wife of a white man fighting for justice that was actually, deleted as a result of fighting? Like, is there a white woman that exists like that?
I don't know. We haven't.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The closest white woman that we have is Ivanka or Melania Trump, whatever his wife name is. That's the closest we got to a white woman. That, because her husband there was an attempt assassination on his life, fighting for the right thing. That's the best. And you see, she got a whole lesbian spread out this bitch, like, no clothes on. Like, come on now, that's the closest these white bitches get to Coretta Scott King. Like, come on, man, you don't hold a candle. But I think this is what black women and or black men say when they say, when you get with a white woman, she can never, let's say, be one with you, because there's always this invisible wall. Whereas with a black woman, that black woman has a certain experience with you from that same perspective that can't be mimicked by any other group or any other racial setup. It just can't be. And it's not to say that interracial couples are fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not to say that. I think there's like one or two interracial couples that I actually like them as a couple. I can't think of them now, but there it is. And I just like, oh no, it ain't that. You know the show Bridgerton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's this only show where I've watched it, right? And I literally forgot about race. Watching the couples and their little personal situations going on. That's the only show I've ever seen.
Well,
and I literally
season one, except for season 1 with the niece.
Yeah, because they definitely let you know it's just some real shit that they try and get across. But after you watch a little bit, you kind of forget that everybody in an interracial couple.
Well, no. Remember, Queen Charlotte had a spinoff, and that was part of the thing too.
I'm just saying, I don't know how many couples. It was like maybe 2 couples that was in, like, maybe 2 or 3 couples that was like black on black or white on white. Everybody else is in an interracial situation, and I literally forgot about it.
You hear what you just said, black on black. I just mentioned Jonathan Majors and Megan Good, 2 black people together. I'm like, oh my God, that's rare. and they did it on purpose. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Okay, no. I haven't seen no. There are a lot of black couples in Hollywood, but they're not celebrated. They're not in the front of all of the magazines and the tabloids, but they're there. But it's like right now we're seeing two major players, and they're together in a way where as though we have seen their story together. Like we've seen their struggle before they got together, and that's something that we rarely see. Like for instance, with Denzel and his wife, we don't really know their story prior to him doing Glory. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all know Glory, right? Okay, the one tier.
One tier.
Yeah, the one tier. We don't know what they're like. We don't know what happened before that tear drop, but we know what happened after. But even then, it's kind of his life is secret. We don't really know how she struggled with him to keep his career up, and they had 4 children and all that. We don't know that. We kind of understand it, but we don't know it. But in Megan Good's case, we know her struggle. We know her sexual activity. We know what this nigga was into. We done heard the backstory, the private conversation. So, I mean, that it's interesting to me, but honestly, I like the fact that we're seeing an actual couple go through actual couple shit. Like sometimes your man might have to go to court and you might have to stand behind him while he's being told that he's a criminal and vice versa. Like that might happen. It might happen that he might be worth $2 million today and 200 tomorrow because of some fuck shit. And you still gonna have to be the fucking wife. You still gonna have to rise to the occasion, because a lot of times everybody like the fairy tale wedding and shit like that. They don't understand the commitment factor to what you're actually getting into. You're not getting into an event called a wedding. You're getting into a lifetime of struggle to stay together. That's it. Like it's a struggle to stay together. You're gonna have moments where you're gonna be happy, but really, like we wired to fight each other after we get bored. Like seriously, we're wired to do that. So that's why I like their story. I wish them well. I think they both look very, very cute together. I wish Megan Good would eat a cheesesteak at 2 a.m. and gain a couple more pounds. I do. I don't like the bullshit she got going on. But I think Jonathan.
That's that Ozempic.
Yeah, I liked her when she wasn't so uppity on this whole muscular look. But shout out to her. I need to lose my little fupa too. But I like them together.
Stands for?
What?
What are you saying?
What that stands for?
What FUPA stands for?
Yeah.
Stands to.
I'll put that later. I'll tell you later.
Oh my god.
But to kind of piggyback off of what Lola's saying, it looks like they're going out their way to like be boring. To kind of stay out the spotlight too much and kind of just like keep it low key and stuff. And that's why I'm saying I think it might actually work out for them, because I think they learn from past experience now. And when you start getting at a certain age, you're like, hey man, I don't want to keep on being out here being known for like having these bad relationships. So you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Let's have that level of respect. We both, like he was like leaning back, like, hey, do your thing. I'm gonna be back over here on the side and I'm gonna chill out. So I think they're starting to understand like how you need to interact with somebody versus like I need to be involved in everything and stuff like that. So it's like they're probably finally secure and stuff, and
also,
understand how to maneuver with each other.
I think also like the overall what's going on as a whole in this world. Like we're tired. I don't want to hear about somebody being upset anymore. I don't want to hear about from Lopez looking for love again. I need y'all to stay home, work it out, shut up, and produce some product.
Yeah, that's
what we produce some product, because we tired. We don't want to hear no scripts, no nothing. No, if y'all get divorced, don't tell us. Hide it, disappear for a minute, come back.
Not if they get divorced, hide it. First off, they've been hiding their engagement, because I knew they were been engaged before they came out.
Not them. I'm talking about like overall Hollywood. Like just
overall. Oh yeah.
Overall, like we're tired. Like produce a good movie, produce some good TV shows. None of this 10 episode crap. Give us back our regular 20 per season, and just
20 per season.
Like that's how it was before. Yeah, that's why people going back to Tubi and watching old shows. Whole season is like 25. One season is
Yeah.
25 episodes. Nobody cares for this
Right.
10 season stuff, 10 episode stuff. Nobody cares for it.
Yeah, I seen some fuck shit on some 7 to 10 episodes. I'm like, nigga, don't waste my time.
Right,
Like,
right.
give me the whole thing. Let's keep it going. But like, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm tired of y'all produce some music, produce some product, and just get back to work. This whole thing y'all doing, I'm not.
Listen. Who else is gonna write? Was it Marvel a stern letter if they don't accept him back? Okay, I need him in a superhero role. I'm tired. I am
Let's
so
get Tyler
tired.
Perry to produce it though. Get Tyler Perry.
No, Tyler Perry. No, I don't want no man with muscles around Tyler Perry. No offense, but I don't. I just listen. This is Hollywood, okay? I don't know. Diddy got me like aiming at everybody. I just noticed a few things over there in Tyler Perry world. No, Jonathan, you better stay over. No, go to Marvel or whoever else. But I just need to see him finish his little superhero thing with them. I thought that was such a good thing when they started it.
Hey, but Tyler Perry will definitely make sure that he's going to be a good superhero.
You know what? Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing.
But no, Megan Good is a producer for some of the productions, so they can make their money.
She got that pool. So I'm telling you, look, forget about those people. They already rejected you once. They'll do it again happily, right? Go with your own people that has the same amount of power or just enough that actually could get you to the door. And I'm telling you, right now, his best bet for now, that is, go with TP. He's going to take real good care of you, okay? No Diddy, hopefully. And you'll be good.
Well, what black producer do you think it can take on Jonathan now and bring him back to where he dropped off at? Remember when he did the Creed? Was it Creed 3? I forgot.
Yeah,
the boxing.
Yeah.
But
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved
away
it.
from that now, right? Because when you look, if people know, like Lisa Ray, she still act like she's on. Like, there's these other productions that's going on, that's happening, that's giving people the jobs. Like, we live in California, me and M3, and I always tell people, like, don't come here to get an acting job because it's gone. Like, Hollywood left. Hollywood is in Las Vegas, Atlanta, Canada.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not in California. There's nobody acting in California. Even our news is going to go somewhere else, and our game shows. There's nothing in California because, like, California, too much taxes. Even our tech's not even in California anymore. They all left us. So a lot of times you do have to look at up and coming. You do gotta do other stuff because old Hollywood is dead. Like, it's gone.
But see, that's the thing. People want to see him. People want to see Jonathan Majors, let's say, work for more black productions, because we kind of feel like now that he done went through this circumstance, we want to see him embrace his own more, even down to his work. And honestly, I want to see it. I want to see it too.
There's hope. Real quick, M3.
Right.
There's hope. There's hope. You know why?
Why?
Denzel Washington is retiring, so his next 5 productions or 6 productions he's doing is only with black directors and producers before he retire. And again, Jonathan Major is one of his proteges. This is a good thing for him.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So overall, I think Jonathan Majors is going to be in good hands. Forget about all the negative press or whatever. But guys engaged. He's with Megan Good. He has Denzel Washington as his mentor or whatever. He's going to be surrounded by a lot of good, wholesome black folks, successful black folks that's going to make sure that they're going to lift him back up. We're just going to hope that when he does become successful, do not go back to these broke chicks. I don't care. I don't care.
No, call it. Do not go back.
No,
to
leave them alone.
No more white women. Let them go. Let them
No
go,
broke
boss.
Karens.
Let them go.
Just no broke Karens. We're just going to just say that.
They were making.
No, because the chick that he was with wasn't broke. Come on now.
She was kind of.
No, she was broke. She met him. She met him working. She was working in on a movie set.
She was brokish. Okay, she wasn't on making good status or whatever. Don't
that
mess with
run
no
was
woman
like, I got bills that need to be paid. Where you going, sir?
Yeah, don't mess with no woman that make look. In this case, as you're a Hollywood man, don't mess with no woman that's not a part of Hollywood. Don't mess with no woman, right? That is making at least less than like $3 million. Okay,
That's good. Tell Johnny Depp that shit. Tell Johnny Depp that.
Look. So if any of you guys ever watch this or whatever, just take notes of this. Now we got to close out because it's that time. But
hey Lola, if I ever have my meeting with Tyler Perry, you gotta come as my manager. So I can protect
Lola
hey,
gonna get you right.
I'm gonna come as your manager. I'm gonna come as your manager. Yes, listen. I am here to protect you, front side and back side, because that nigga.
All the sides.
I'm here to
right. All right, guys, man. Look. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, and watching us. Lola, thank you for coming up. And again,
shout out to Lola.
For, the donation that's going to the cash out.
No problem.
Yeah. So we hope to see you again next time. And matter of fact, everybody stay tuned for our Toxic Tuesdays, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Well, normally 6, but this week it's going to be 6:30. And
the Thanksgiving special.
Yep. You know what? Yep. Toxic turkey a day or whatever. Right. Whatever. I'm making something up. But yeah, definitely tune in for that for Thanksgiving special week. We're still not done picking that folio from the Fugazi podcast. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that we still got to rip out. You know what I mean? And the fact that the guy is still resilient in this unaccountability tour, it is wild to me. And I got extra footage courtesy of OJ Dude Jackson and his team for digging in, because at certain moments, the guy is actually denying about being in relationships with single moms. But hey,
I didn't even see that one. Damn. Okay.
But you notice how he changed now? Nobody's invited to the studio. He's only doing like online interviews. It's like, you ain't come to my studio and sit me.
Bad not. He bad not. We'll find.
I heard that he's now saying that inside of his whole podcast, he's talking about high value men, but he himself is not a high value man, so he can date a single mom because he never said that he was a fan of high value men.
Yeah, he definitely trying back out of that. He was like, I never said that. But I am 6'4" and I make over 100,000 though. So he's like, you do the math.
Talking about me, I was just talking about people in general. Remember, I am the exemption.
I'm the exception to the rule.
Yep, I am the chosen one.
Oh. No, he not. He ain't no exception.
Right. I think Stan had that phone call, so he cut off. But
yeah, he got that phone call.
No, you're not up here, Lola. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know
yes,
what I mean?
I am.
You owe me a phone call or two, too. You know
I do owe you a phone call, but I owe you a phone call. I've been going through some things today, so I came home and I caught them on live today. So I said, let me take a break from my life and shit.
Oh, well, thank you for taking a break and gracing us with your presence. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're glad that you guys are up here. And again, stay tuned for our Toxic Tuesdays Thanksgiving special. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's going to be extremely toxic as usual. But anyways, guys, we are definitely about.
Are we doing what we doing on Tuesday? The thing I sent you.
Actually, we got to cover up with the Fugazi. Oh shit! Actually, we might do that for we might have to do that for the regular reviews, Mr. Best.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this will be a good one for the weekend, definitely for sure. But we got to cover our at least our grand finale for the No Fugazi podcast, and hopefully we'll have a guest come up as well too, so we can cover all this and put this to a rest. But after that,
I like to be there for that because I got a few things to say about this baby mama.
Yeah, no, Paul.
He got two of them. He got two of them, Lola. He's making baby mamas.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
6:30 Pacific Standard Time, which that means that it's 9:30. Yeah, Eastern Time for you guys.
And that's Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all you gotta do is look. If it makes it easier, just hit the notification bell. You know what I mean? People live, you're gonna get notified.
YouTube been doing some.
We go. She'll be here, man. She ain't got to make a turkey until Wednesday, man. She'll be here.
Yeah, YouTube been like disable the notifications sometimes. They doing some shadow stuff. It's like it's not even cool.
Same thing that happened to me like on IG. I went live and no one got any notifications whatsoever, and I got booted out 2 times or whatever because I was jamming to like Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, that's some F stuff. But anyway, so I ain't trying to go on a rant. But again, stay tuned for the new No Fugazi reaction. Okay, up to date reaction for Tuesday, and then either Saturday or Sunday coming up, we're going to be doing another review, courtesy of Mr. Best, right? Because remember, like the one of those court cases that we
I like the court cases.
Court.
That's fire. Yeah.
Court. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Like, Best got some juicy stuff going on, and I watched it.
Yeah, shout out to Best. That was
bro,
fire last time.
Diabolical, bro. At the end, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna spoil it. But
yeah, don't spoil it.
Crazy, man.
All right, you guys, man. So yeah, I gotta go ahead and head on out, man. And stay tuned for next time.
All right, peace.
Peace.